Sarah Anne Fitzgerald, Laois' lone Soaring Star for 2010, but of course a couple of girls last year picking up awards. Did you think you'd be in contention? Were you thrilled when you heard that you are a Soaring Star for 2010?
Well, I couldn't believe it really, because we didn't really do too well this year in Laois, and just I got off the shock really on that Tuesday morning. I opened up, got a letter in the post, and I couldn't believe what was going on really. So just over the moon and thrilled, and just absolutely delighted. It's a great achievement for the county as well, and the likes of Louise Matney and Emer Wine got it last year, and just delighted to be in their category as well. So
it's not something you think about at the start of the year, a personal accolade. It's all about the team.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I mean, start of the year when we went back training, like we weren't thinking of us, we were thinking about Croke Park. Fortunately, things didn't happen, but I mean, hopefully next year when we start again, we can just lay down the marker like what Offaly have done. I mean, when Offaly were in junior, we played them 4 times and it was 2 each in the county scoreboard, and they went on, and now they're senior. Laois kind of fell behind it and make that great step up. So hopefully this year we can be up in Croke Park and walk up the steps and receive the cup.
Yeah, there isn't really much between Laois and Offaly, to be honest, and Offaly have made the step up from junior last year, winning intermediate this year, and now senior status for 2011. And a lot of the girls would know each other, obviously, and there's an awful lot of similarities. We're really not that far off in Laois.
No, I mean, Laois and Offaly has always been a huge rivalry between us, and Offaly just made that step closer, step further, and they put more effort maybe into it. But Laois, I think, need now to step up and take Offaly as an example, and we need to get it there because we have the players. They're not always going to be there. The Croc players we have now is probably the best that Laois has ever had, and hopefully that we can just push on and get there, because it's badly needed in the county.
Yeah, the strength that's in the county, it's quite good, even though there's only a couple of clubs, very small number of clubs. I mean, the Harps have really punched above their weight, and that has to rub off in the county scene as well.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. I mean, the Harps have done huge work for the county, and I mean, they're after doing it again there recently. To step up from junior to win intermediate Leinster final is just phenomenal, and fair play to all of them. And I mean, they really have, a training, the kind of experience of them all, like the Mahanese and Katrina Phelan, who's probably the best captain I've ever played under. I'd love to see Katrina go up there and lift the cup for Laois, and hopefully she will next year. So,
just talk to me a bit about tonight. Obviously 600 plus people here at the Camogie All Stars 2010 in Citywest. One of those, Uachtaráin Mary McAleese. It's a brilliant night. It's great recognition to have the country's national president here as well.
God, it is, and fair play to her for making the effort. I'm sure she many other things. I think she made her way from the Aviva Stadium, and it's great. It kind of shows great appreciation of what she thinks of Camogie, and she said herself she was playing her day, and it just shows what determination and what great fair play to her for coming tonight. Like, it was a huge achievement for us to have the president amongst our guests tonight.
Laois have been pretty near getting to Croke Park in the last couple of years, losing All-Ireland semi-finals, fairly close margins. What's going to be different in 2011, do you think?
Well, I think from the start we just have to get everyone on board from the start, and everyone lasts till really, because everyone seems to be there in January, but come February or that we kind of lose a few players, and it's hard, like when you have 4 clubs in Laois, it's hard to get the numbers, and we understand that. But if everyone sticks together, and hopefully this time next year there'll be more than one Laois Soaring Star, that should be as many as Antrim there today, if not more.
You obviously derive a lot of your efforts, I suppose, from teams like Offaly and seeing what they can do. And you mentioned Antrim there. Antrim and Waterford, of course, the All-Ireland final in Croke Park this year. Drawn game, went to replay, thrilling encounter down in Ashbourne, and Antrim coming out on top. Great crowd there, 1,500 spectators, including myself. It's games like that. I mean, the standard at the junior level, it is very strong. I mean, that is why I suppose Offaly made the progress up to senior so rapidly, because there isn't that much of a gap. Not as much of a gap as people might think between the various grades.
No, there isn't. There's not much of a gap between junior and intermediate at all. Between intermediate and senior, there's a bit of a gap, all right. But I mean, this year, like Laois, we went up to Antrim, have to win that game, and Antrim got a goal in the very last poke at the ball. Like, if that goal hadn't gone in, God knows what would have happened. Like, we wouldn't know where. We could be many more up here tonight, but just hopefully next year that Laois will kind of look at themselves and say, right, let's take Offaly's example, or let's do what Antrim did, and just make the huge effort, because I mean, the Crocker players we have now is not always going to be there. Like, so please God, next year we can do it.
just 4 clubs in the county, as you mentioned, but obviously you need the support of people outside of Camogie to go watch the games. It's a bit like the Laois hurlers at the moment. There's progress being made there, but it's just maybe about getting the whole county behind you as well.
Exactly, yeah. And like 4 clubs, like every club has their own group of players. I see at every county match, and if you can get everyone involved, everyone rally behind the Camogie hurlers as well. Like if the hurling end of the county can all rally behind one another, we can be a force as well. Because in fairness to the footballers, they have been a force in Laois, and the ladies as well, who have a huge All-Star nominees as well, and I'm sure there'll be a good few Laois All-Stars in for the ladies football. If everyone just gets behind one another, and hopefully Laois GA will be very strong next year.
Well, congrats on the award and enjoy the rest of the night.
Thanks very much, Molly.